Greetings, America! Mr. Sports Travel on the 50 States Tour, plus the District of Columbia, and who knows, maybe Canada. We'll see. Having a great time, living the dream, celebrating my 50th year on this planet. Not too bad with the wind today. Got some car traffic. Before I tell you where I am, thanks to all those that have donated to OperationFirstResponse.org. There she is, at 235,000 miles. The American Flagmobile, the best car Mr. Sports Travel has ever had, still kicking butt. On the road, as we are in May of 2022, I've turned 50, seen a sporting event as of this date in almost all the 50 states, plus DC, getting there. Alaska will be last, October, November this year. OperationFirstResponse.org, I approach them. They help our family members, our vets, our service members, our first responders, their families. If somebody serves the public good, that's who Operation First Response helps. They don't help the healthcare workers. They also serve the public good. They also make money. I'm talking about police, fire, our military, and their families. That's who Operation First Response helps. 5013C, 4-star rating from Charity Navigator. If a vet has PTSD, needs help paying the utility bills while he or she gets treatment, that's where Operation First Response comes in. Mr. Sports Travel, why did you approach Operation First Response? Because my late father was in the Air Force, got me into sports and travel. Seeing a sporting event in this 50th year of my life in each of the 50 states, please donate $50 today to OperationFirstResponse.org, and I will help you plan your next sports road trip, or a friend you designate, perhaps a ballpark trip, football trip, March Madness, or maybe here. Where is Mr. Sports Travel? In the great state of Oregon. I am in eastern Oregon, yet sporting the green, the color of this beautiful state, for it is very green. But I'm in more of the eastern part of the state, and I am at the world famous Pendleton Roundup in Pendleton, Oregon. Now, this is probably the only video of each of the 50 states that I will do, plus the District of Columbia, that isn't probably basketball, baseball, football, or hockey. Those are the big four that Mr. Sports Travel likes, as many of you know. And those are obviously the four most popular team sports in the United States of America. And this is the 50 States Tour of the U.S. But this venue is so historic, I had to pick it for the Oregon video. The second weekend in September every year for more than 100 years, ladies and gentlemen, a world-class rodeo has been taking place here. As the sun comes out and the wind is still here, this is the Pendleton Roundup Stadium. And if you look very carefully, this is a very unique stadium. If you look directly center, you will see the old school bowl design. Hopefully the camera doesn't follow the wind picking up, because I am the camera operator and the town. You can see the unique design of the seating bowl. This is why I strategically placed the camera here. Obviously you can see a statue of a rodeo cowboy in the foreground. And then you can't see it over here. You can see sort of the hills behind the stadium. Again, we're in eastern Oregon. About 3 hours due east of Portland off of Interstate 84 between Portland and Boise, Idaho. And then if you look down the street, you can see how long this stadium extends. Now, the Pendleton Roundup, the rodeo, second week of September, is the most famous venue that takes place here. But also, it has hosted in the past other events, including high school football. High school football has taken place here. There's been football games in this rodeo. Sorry for the traffic noise. It is what it is, folks. This is the main thoroughfare, a main drag through Pendleton. There's actually a one-way street this way and a one-way street that way on the other side of the building. Now, you can notice some signage here. I'm in a parking lot of a museum. And this museum, if you're a rodeo fan, anything about the rodeo, the stadium, the history of the... This is the most thorough rodeo museum I've ever been to. Now, truth be told, I think I've been to maybe a handful of rodeo museums in my life. Rodeo is not in my top 10 sports, I'm going to be honest with you. But still, I've been to this museum, not on this trip, on a previous trip. The people are awesome and friendly inside, and it is multiple, it's like 2 stories of just artifacts, memorabilia from the 100+ year history. Think about that. More than 100+ years, the rodeo, the Pendleton Roundup here in Pendleton, Oregon. So that's why I chose this venue, because each of these videos of the 50 states plus DC, trying to educate folks on unique venues they may not be aware of in each of our states in the beautiful United States of America. Now, with each of these videos, I share with you my favorite visit to the state sporting event to date, my most recent sporting event visit to the state, and my first ever visit to the state. So we're going to do that right about now. So here we are, we're in 2022, and my first visit to the state of Oregon to see a sporting event was 22 years ago, and that was some minor league baseball. And that minor league baseball was in Eugene, Portland, and Kaiser. Now, Kaiser, that stadium is still there, Volcano Stadium. It used to be an affiliated minor league baseball team. Now they have an independent league team, College Woodbat Summer League team, that plays there at Volcano Stadium, right off of I-5. When I went to Eugene in 2000, the old Civic Stadium, a very historic stadium, kind of like the similar design to this, but obviously more smaller, baseball, minor league baseball size. I saw a game there at Civic Stadium. Unfortunately, it burned in a fire. It's no longer there. Eugene is a college town near University of Oregon. And then also in 2000, Mr. Sports Travel saw what was then the AAA affiliate in Portland. Portland had a AAA baseball in 2000. They no longer have AAA baseball in Portland. They have a team in suburban Hillsborough at a new park, but it's like not AAA, it's like low A. But back in 2000, Portland had AAA baseball, and they had it at what was then called PGE Park, which was named after, I think, I could be wrong, Pacific Gas and Electric. But it had a beautiful view of downtown. It was a multi-use stadium because at the time in 2000, this same stadium had been used by Portland State for football. Now, the stadium in Portland that I saw in 2000 for minor league baseball, that facility has been there decades. I'm going to tell you more about that in a minute when I talk about my most recent visit to the state. So my first visit to the state, minor league baseball in 2000, Portland, Kaiser, and Eugene. Those 3 minor league teams. Now, I'm going to tell you about my most recent visit and my favorite visit to the state. But before doing that, I get asked a lot by folks, Mr. Sports Travel, let's put the sports over here in a minute. What is the most scenic and outdoor state you've seen in your more than 25 years of sports travel? Because I'm driving. There she is, the American Flagmobile. And folks, if you love green and forests, Oregon is the most, in my opinion, in my opinion, is the most scenic state in America. If you like red cliffs, canyons, I'd say Utah. But Oregon, I mean, this is God's country. Now, I'm in Eastern Oregon. You don't have the green as much here, but Central, Western Oregon, wholly green. So, a little deviation there. Now, let's go into my most recent visit to the state for sports and my favorite visit to the state. Most recent visit, going back to that Portland example, it's now called Providence Park. Same site, same venue, and now it's used by the Timbers. It's actually been used by the Timbers, which is a Major League Soccer team. So last night, on this road trip, I saw a game, the Portland Timbers play the Philadelphia Union. And what was different about the stadium is, when I was there for minor league baseball in 2000, you're behind home plate, people look out and see downtown in the distance, a beautiful view of downtown. Not anymore, because the Timbers built a huge side of the stadium with suites and the whole stadium. When I walked into the stadium, I'm like, where was home plate again? I was a little lost. But I had a good time seeing the Timbers, my most recent sporting event, on the 2002 50 state story. By the way, I've probably seen, I think on this trip alone, about 10 to 11 different sports. So soccer's in there, lacrosse, and then the big 4, baseball, basketball, football, hockey. I've seen a few others in there. The mind will come back to those others. So that was my most recent sporting event. Also on this trip, I've seen Oregon State baseball, which has a great atmosphere, probably the best atmosphere in the Pac-12 for baseball. Oregon State, 3-time national champions for baseball. And then I also saw a game at historic Tiger Stadium. And if you become a friend here on my YouTube, watch my YouTube video, arguably the most, on this, what I call the Certified by Jesus now, I'm joking of course, batshit crazy tour, May 19th, 22, sorry. Only a few days ago, folks, I saw a game at Tiger Stadium where I had to come over a pass on May 19th. It was snowing. I was trying to make it over the pass. I made it over the pass. So I also saw a game there, a playoff game in Klamath Falls, and you can see some videos about that. Heck of a day. It was a heck of a day. Only a few days ago. But today, sporting the shorts and the t-shirt and the sun, little wind, it's all good. So I'm in Pendleton, Oregon. So, giving you my most recent visit to the state, my favorite visit, been road tripping more than 25 years. What about my favorite visit to the state? Well, that's an easy one. Now, before I get any hate mail from those Fort Alice and Oregon State fans, I love you, Oregon State. Been there for the baseball, best atmosphere for baseball in the Pac-12. Not even close. I mean, I was blown away. They got bleachers in the outfield, full house. They're playing UCLA, and it's top 25 material, folks, of best game day atmosphere in college baseball. Oregon State. Unbelievable. So I love you, Oregon State. And I've been to Oregon State for basketball. Gill Coliseum, one of the most historic and unique barn-style venues that aren't many left in Division I college basketball. Gill Coliseum. Love it. But when it comes to football, I'm sorry, Oregon State. Please don't send me the hate email. You know, you're here and Oregon's been up here on the football, okay? So my favorite venue and experience to date, in the great state of Oregon, and hopefully Oregon State football will get back on top. They're currently renovating their stadium. They'll reopen, I guess, all brilliantly in 2023 with both sides of the stadium. I guess in 2022, one side is going to be empty. That's going to be fun for television. But nevertheless, favorite sporting event in 2022 as of now for Mr. Sports Travel. We've been traveling for 25 years. And that would have to be Austin Stadium, the home of the University of Oregon Ducks. Quite nothing like an experience catching an Oregon football game. Beautiful views from wherever you're sitting in the stadium. Incredible atmosphere. Louder than hell. Probably the loudest stadium for college football up and down the West Coast. For the NFL, it's the Seattle Seahawks. But up and down the West Coast, the I-5 corridor, there's the University of Oregon, everybody else is here. And in terms of sound, noise, tailgating, off the charts at the University of Oregon. The Oregon Ducks, as the great Keith Jackson likes to say, or like to say. My experience there didn't go too well for the Ducks. I guess it was bad luck for the Ducks. Welcome to the wetlands of bad luck for the Ducks. So they hosted Boise State. I'm visiting Austin Stadium. First visit, September 2008. And Boise State's coming into town. And remember those Boise State teams back then? They were pretty good. Nobody wanted to play Boise State. And on this day, Oregon did not want to play Boise State. Oregon played not very good. Boise State came into Oregon. Austin Stadium was not intimidated. Remember, it was a day game, not a night game. And they beat the Ducks. Boise State comes in, beats the Ducks September 2008. Let's say it was the first or second weekend, second or third weekend of September. Because I believe the previous weekend I'd gone to Oregon State. They played Hawaii. So that, my favorite experience, I mean, the crowd, the atmosphere, the great game, beautiful day, kind of like today. Sunny day, gorgeous. So, noise factor, nothing like going to see a game at the University of Oregon. So that is my favorite, to date, sporting event in the great state of Oregon. And I've seen a lot here, folks. I've seen high school basketball, I've seen high school baseball, college football, college baseball, college basketball. I've seen Rip City, the Trailblazers, I've seen the Timbers. And nothing like a game at the University of Oregon for football, in my opinion. Now, to wrap this up, all the NBA venues, atmosphere-wise, when the Trailblazers are good, Rip City, that place is rocking. I would say that's in my top 10 NBA experiences. It's not up there with the Garden. The Garden is over here. Top 10, top number 1 is Madison Square Garden. Even the Knicks suck. And then you got this other group, right? The Lakers, number 2. Number 2, the Lakers. And then you got this other group that I would throw in there. Rip City. OKC when it's rocking. The Celtics. The Spurs. The Mavs. I mean, great atmosphere in Rip City. But today, as of today, with Mr. Sports Travel, an Oregon football game, nothing like it. My favorite experience in all my road trips. So I'm here in Pendleton, Oregon. Thanks to all those that have donated to OperationFirstResponse.org. I approached them. They're not paying me to say this. On the back window of the car it says, thank the veteran service member, first responder, and their families today. OperationFirstResponse.org. They help our vets, our service member, first responders, and their families. And for your donation, I will help you plan your sports road trip, or for a friend or a family member. Doing a minor league baseball trip, a major league baseball trip, an NFL trip, a college football trip. Maybe you want to go see football at Oregon State. Where do I stay? How do I map it out? How do I get tickets? Where should I sit? Autographs if you're going to spring training, March Madness, hoops, whatever your sports travel is, Mr. Sports Travel be everywhere, man. As chances are I've been there and I will help you plan your trip. I've been selling my online guides for 20 years, they're PDF guides. I'll throw that in for free, folks, with your $50 Operation First Response.org. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram, mrsportstravel.com, mrsportstravel.com, and on the Facebook, Mr. M-I-S-T-E-R, sportstravel.com. Pendleton, Oregon, Eastern Oregon, more than 100 years, the big rodeo. Second weekend in September. Awesome, Happy Canyon, Pendleton, Oregon Roundup Museum. Behind me here, 2 stories. This thing is huge. Trust me. If you're coming through I-84 between Boise and Portland anytime of year, come to this museum. You'll love it. People are great. It's my second time here. I love it. I love you all for your support. Please become my friend on YouTube. Welcome your feedback. Please keep it PG rated. And thanks again to our service members, our vets, our first responders and their families. They make America a special place. They make me be able to do this travel. Have I worked hard? Have I done well? Yes, I have. We've had the freedom to do this. Freedom is not freedom. I have the freedom to do these road trips, the freedom to do these videos, because we live in a free country. And the sacrifices that our vets have made, the sacrifices that our service members are currently making, and their families, by the way. Don't ever discount the family members. Our police, our fire, our EMTs, and their families make sacrifices every day. They put their lives on the line every day so we can be free. I can be free, so you can be free, so your friends can be free, your family, your children, your grandchildren, etc. Never take freedom for granted. Think about the world. How many free countries are there in the world? Most are not free. Be very grateful that we live in a free country. Thank you for watching this video. Mr. Sports Travel, heading to some baseball in the Potato State. Speaking of I-84, I gotta go this way, eastbound. We'll see you in the next video.